We are living in a very crazy time. And I say this because I question a lot of people's motives. I question a lot of people's ways of thinking. And I want to digest this a little bit in this video. And my question to you guys is, why don't we want to do any self-development these days? Why don't we want to be better? Why is it that we want everyone else around us to do the work? We want everyone else around us to be on their P's and Q's. We want everyone around us to create boundaries. We want everyone around us to be who we want them to be, but we're not willing to do the work within ourselves. Why is that? Now, I'm 33 years old. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've come across a lot. I've experienced a lot. I'm a person who God has delivered from depression and anxiety all throughout my marriage, all throughout birthing my two older boys. I have three kids in total, two boys and a girl. And by the grace of God, I was able to come out of that and be able to be the best mother for my children and to be the best wife for my husband. However, I wouldn't be able to get to that place if I wasn't ready to make a change. I wasn't able to get to that place without looking myself in the mirror and saying, Jessica, you are not okay. Jessica, you need help. Jessica, you need to go seek professional help before this turns out to be something that's not so great. Me and my husband almost got a divorce, and midway through our marriage, because I was not okay in my mind, I was not okay in my spirit, I was not okay in my soul. And I am just grateful to God that I'm a person that love self-development. I love to look within myself. I love to see what could I change in my environment? What could I change in this very moment to be the best version of me first, and to be the best version for everyone else? Either that's being a sister, being a mother, being a wife, and being a friend. But when I look at social media now, I cringe because I'm like, why is no one looking to do any self-development? Everything is, how can I get a wife? How can I get a husband? How can I make more money? How can I do all these things? However, no one is asking, how can I be a better human being? How can I be a better friend? How can I be a better daughter? How can I be a better sister? The conversations a lot are so surface level. We're so surface level. We're always talking about the same thing. How to get that bag, how to manipulate people to get what you want, how to do all these things, but we're not changing as a society. We're not changing as a generation, and we're not doing any good. We're not doing the generation to come after us any better, especially for my ladies, right? My single ladies. Now the conversation is, or the topics are, now we're talking about, oh, how we want a man to have all this money. We want a man to have all these riches, and we want a man to take care of us. Okay, so you don't want to work? You don't want to work? You don't want to do anything? You're lazy. Pretty much. That's what that's called. Even in the Bible, the Proverbs 31 woman that we all like to quote. We all, us women, we love to quote that. Christian or non-Christian women. We love to quote that verse. We love to quote that chapter. But do you know what a Proverbs 31 woman consists of? I strive to be a Proverbs 31 woman every day that I wake up. It's not easy. A Proverbs 31 woman doesn't just sit around and wait for things to be handed to her. She goes out there and works. She gets her hands dirty. She takes care of her family, and she takes care of her husband. I never understood that conversation when it comes to women now in this generation, now in social media, wanting a man to do everything for you. And now men don't want to be husbands. They no longer want to lead. They no longer want women. A lot of the men now are down low. A lot of them like other men. I just don't understand. If we all just come into agreement that something's not right, if we all just come to a place that we all need to sit down and look into a mirror and do some self-development, our world would be a better place. I promise you. I promise you. I think we're in a weird spot when no one wants to do self-development. You hear a conference about mental health. You hear about a conference regarding elevating yourself. No one comes out. But you slap on, oh, you're going to get a man, you're going to get a husband, you're going to get all these riches and wealth and all these things. You get to see your favorite podcaster, you get to see your favorite millionaire. The room is flooded. How you want to be a millionaire, but you don't have any character development? How is that? How are you going to be able to sustain that status? How are you going to be able to sustain all that money if you don't have any integrity? You don't have any character. You have no loyalty. How? How you want to be a husband? How you want to be a wife, but you can't lead? You can't submit. You don't know how to apologize. You're selfish. How? We can't ask God for these things. We can't want these things from people. We can't want to get into these spaces and get into these rooms or get to these tables get to, access to these great leaders, great people, if we're not looking within and looking to do some character development. We have to do better. Like talks like this, you like conversations like this, please do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel. Comment down below your thoughts. Comment down below what you agree with and what you disagree with. And I will see you on the next video.